my fellow humans, and welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot. It's your girl coming at you with another pick a card reading. I want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you, and anybody that is new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. And if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all the links in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on membership. So if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. Today we are going to do the honest truth about your situation. So this was honestly a channel message. I was going to do a completely different reading today, but then all of a sudden this came in and I was like, all right, so that's where we're going with this. So somebody needs to hear this message at this time. We'll see what comes out. Let's go ahead and hop to the prayer and we'll get this reading underway for you today, okay? All right. Okay, my beloved sources, prayers for any and all who come onto this reading, onto this channel, even if it's for a moment's time or for the entire time. Today I ask that you open our eyes clearly to see into the dark. Things have been very shadowed and very much heavy at this time as we come to the close of the year. We know that it is because we're about to step into this reflective time of winter where things really do take a step back and slow down, and where we can really open ourselves up to the healing that we've done throughout this year already. But a lot of us just aren't exactly where we wanted to be or where we imagined we would be. And a lot of us are dealing with a lot of heavy energies at this time. And so today I ask that you open the doors so that we can clearly understand and clearly see what is being asked of us or what it is that we need to do in this moment's time. I ask that you shine a light that's so bright, that's undeniable, that we can follow, and follow with the assurance that we're doing the right thing for ourselves, no matter what that is. Help us understand and know with a gut feeling, with a synchronicity, with a clear sign of the path that is right for us. And in turn, I ask that you encourage us and give us that courage we need to step forward bravely, to face those challenges, to face those difficulties, and to know that we are so much stronger than we give ourselves credit for. As these words are spoken unto this tribe and unto this reading, so shall they be. Amen. Aho. Ase. Thank you, my beloved source. Thank you. Go ahead and set that up over here. All right, and today we are going to use the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle deck. Oh, I love these cards. I'm actually bringing out both of the Kim Kranz decks that I have. Not all of them, but two of them. I'm going to use her tarot, and I'm going to be using these today for you. So I couldn't get away from it. I was like, oh, what cards do I use? And Source was very clear about this. So let me give these a quick shuffle. Source, what is the honest truth about this situation? What is the honest truth about my fellow human situation? Okay, thank you. What is the honest truth about my fellow human situation, Source? Yeah, a lot of darkness, a lot of fear that's coming in. For pile number one, Source, what Wild Animal Spirit Oracle will help us better understand pile number one's the truth about their situation? Okay, they want the bottom one. I will take it. And for pile number two, Source, what Wild Animal Spirit Oracle will help us better understand the truth about pile number two's situation? The honest truth about pile number two's situation. Whoa, okay. So this is the one they want, but every card in the deck seriously fell out. Just kind of went flying. Let me make sure they're all in the right order. Okay. And for pile number 3, source, what wild animal oracle will help us better understand the truth, the honest truth about pile number 3's situation? Okay, thank you. On the bottom of the deck, we have whale. This is kind of twofold for me, right? It's about getting out of a situation, taking a break, giving yourself the space that you need. This is also about trusting in the great mystery. Trusting the deeper meaning behind everything, that everything is happening with a purpose, that even though it is difficult and it feels like it will never end, that there is a reason that you're going through this. This is something that you had asked for before you were born, and sometimes it feels it's like, why would I ask for myself to go through suffering? But it's not the suffering, it's what comes with that, right? Like overcoming the trigger here. So for pile number 1, we do have this beautiful oyster shell for you to choose from. Okay. Pile number 2, we have this black obsidian arrowhead. Okay. On pile number 3, we have this piece of raw quartz. Okay. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, and whichever pile you resonate with, that should be the pile for you. And with that, I will see you over there. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful oyster shell, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading, the honest truth about your situation. I'm going to move this over here. All right, so I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey, this channel, this ever-growing tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. For anybody that is new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. With that being said, let's go ahead and move into it and find out what your message is today. So source, can you tell us the honest truth about pile number 1 situation? What would you like to share with us today? Can you tell us the honest truth about pile number 1 situation? What would you like to bring through today's source? What is the honest truth about pile number 1 situation? Okay, the first house. It's interesting because I was getting a really like weird energy while I was shuffling. Kind of like this. So it's funny the first house came out because it's feeling like I couldn't express myself, but it's also feeling like you have to alter your state so that other people won't cause issues with you or try to pick on you or try to create like a disturbance. I feel a disturbance of the force. Like that's the, yeah, it's like this disturbance in your energy or like disturbing your peace. With the first house Mercury, and we have Scorpio energy. See, the thing is, pile number 1, you're a very mysterious person. And I feel like you actually intimidate quite a lot of people just because you're you, right? And whatever that brings, it's just you being you is intimidating because you've learned how to choose authenticity. And let me see if I can get that to focus. There we go. And you've chosen to do a lot of shadow work and you've expressed yourself in that way. You may also talk about a lot of things that are kind of taboo, right? Like people are like, oh, we don't talk about that, or like, oh, we don't discuss that, or we don't bring that up because that goes against what the majority of people think, or that goes against huge societal construct beliefs. And it's like you're just very unique in the way that you speak and the way that you talk about things and the way that you share, and you're always learning. I feel like you're somebody that always has a book, and like your nose in a book, right? And or your nose in the Kindle or your nose in your iPad, right? Like you're always reading and learning, and it's like if you would read from the time you woke up until you went to bed. And that might not resonate with everyone, but that's the type of energy here. It's like learning. You're always gathering information. Wouldn't surprise me if you have very predominant Gemini placements and also have Neptune in Scorpio, your moon in Scorpio, Venus in Scorpio, and I just heard Pluto in Scorpio as well, or even your ascendant in Scorpio, okay? But this is saying it's like your expression is what like rubs people raw. And so I feel like that's kind of what we're going to get into today, is like the honest truth about you being you. And Source is saying here with the dice, like, don't be afraid anymore. Like, there are going to be people who want to possess your energy. There are going to be people who are going to be jealous. There are going to be people who are going to be intimidated by you. That is not your business, pile number one. That is theirs and theirs alone to deal with. And if they got a problem with you, then so be it. That's just good, better for you, because this person is no longer going to be on the journey with you, right? So it's like easier for you. and to look at it that way, don't look at it like, oh my gosh, nobody gets me. Just like shifting your perspective and saying like, I'm really glad that Source shows me the truth in people so that I know to move on from people who just aren't going to vibe with me, right? Your vibe is your tribe. Like, that's it. If you're not going to vibe with me, then you're not a part of my tribe, and I'm okay with that. Like, you're somebody else's tribe. Go be with them, right? No hard feelings here, no difficulties. But I do feel like that is a message to you, pile number one, because I feel like it's been very difficult for you in your life. Like always feeling like maybe a black sheep, or feeling like you didn't belong, or feeling like no one understood you because of these, maybe your core values are a lot different than the people who are around you, or maybe your belief is just different. So like you could have grown up in a very religious home and gone spiritual. You could have been very spiritual, became extremely religious. You see what I'm saying? Or even like started choosing to study Wicca, or studying like spells and spell casting, manifestation, the power of positivity, Ikaigi, or anything like this. Like you could have studied anything that's just different from what the normal was in your family, and that's something that always made you feel like you didn't belong. But it's because you didn't really vibe with whatever it was that they were trying to teach you. I already feel this. This is going to be a deep one. I can already feel it. I can feel it in my nuggets. I also feel like you're kind of goofy. Like you're maybe a nerd, which is totally cool. I love me some nerds. Right? You could be a Star Wars nerd. You could totally be like a Star Trek, like a Trekkie. You could totally go to Comic-Con. These are some random things that are coming through as additional confirmation. You could totally love to do role-playing. You could love to do cosplay. Yeah, that's coming through. That might be what made you feel so different as well, is like because you like these things. Like maybe you're a big fantasy buff or a sci-fi buff, and it's like everyone else is like, oh, those are like play worlds, like why would you believe in that so much? And you're like, maybe it's not as far from the truth as we would like to think. Yeah, you're just so unique. Maybe you have very predominant Aquarius placements as well. Let's see. So Source, what is the honest truth about pile number one situation? One more. Okay, thank you. So I feel like you should network more. The more people you meet, the easier it will be for you to find your tribe. Or maybe it's like you found members of your tribe, but you don't have access to them like you would like. Source, what is the honest truth about the situation for pile number one? Thank you. Okay, what is the honest truth about the situation for pile number one? What is the honest truth about the situation for pile number one? Okay, I wasn't going to do a 4-card pull, but I guess you're just special today, pile one. I mean, I definitely won't tell anybody if you don't, but I definitely feel like this needs to be 4 cards here. Okay. All right, and on the bottom of the deck, we've got, wow, yeah, the King of Cups in the reverse. So there's somebody here who's not open to you being you. There's somebody here who's very vicious when it comes to your emotional well-being. I do feel like there's somebody here who tries to use their age, right? Because the King of Cups is the oldest court card in all of the court cards. Like, he's the one that's aged the most, depicting wisdom, right? When we have, when he's in the upright, wow, okay. When he's in the upright, right, he's this very wise individual. He's learned a lot from the things that he's experienced and how that's left him emotionally scarred. And he's learned from that to navigate life from a place of serenity and peace and understanding who he is as a whole. But in the reverse, we have somebody who really, really takes it personal how outside people are and continues to attack based on that. And this King of Cups is also looking, whoa, okay, here we go. Drop the deck. They wanted those to show. I wasn't going to go that far in, but this King of Cups is really looking for someone here to self-sabotage themselves with the Ace of Wands in between this and the Queen of Swords. So this could be two people. Okay, this doesn't have to be, this could be one person who's extremely cold, like you're hot and you're cold, but who wants to play on your emotions so that they can get a reaction out of you, so that they can get some sort of like, they just, again, that disturbing the peace keeps coming out. Like, someone who wants to disturb your peace, or people who want to disturb your peace. Like, they're trying to protect themselves by making you falter. And it's such an odd way to look at things. Like, what does your success have to do with them? But there's this energy around them where they're taking it personal. Like, oh, if pile one succeeds, then I'm just some lone nobody, and everybody's going to understand the truth about who I am and see the truth about how I've always opened my foot and, or my mouth and inserted my foot up to the thigh. And, it's like somebody's gossiping here with the Queen of Coins, or the Queen of Swords. I keep saying the Queen of Coins. So this could be someone who's very overbearing, domineering, wants to control. Okay, but there's gossiping going on here as well. And this person wants you to look like a bad person in this situation. Wow. I already felt it. Like, I already felt like this is just going to be one of those readings. I can just feel it. I'm so sorry you're dealing with this, pile number one. But look, okay, we've got hope here. The Two of Swords coming out. You've outgrown this situation. Of course, we've got the Devil coming in the reverse. We have the Three of Wands. Okay, in the upright. Good. And Temperance in reverse. Okay, hope. Hope is on the way. There was a huge lesson for you to learn here. And honestly, you've learned it. Okay, this is kind of like on its last legs here. This situation it's coming to an end, but it is crazy because you see this Devil here. It's like, this is somebody who doesn't want you to see the light. This is somebody who wants you to live in this darkness, because then when you're not feeling good about yourself, then they can control you, or they feel like they can control you. Right? They feel like, oh, I can mock them. I can make them feel bad. I can make them do whatever I want. I can make them live the life that I think is right for them. And then they no longer are going towards what it is that makes them feel good, because when they feel good, then I feel bad. This is someone who is slightly addicted to possessing people. Slightly. Okay, this is someone who is extremely addicted to possessing people. Like, they just want people to do things based on how they show up. Definitely narcissistic energy coming in here. But again, I'm not here to diagnose anybody, but that idea that if I ruin this person's life, then they're going to do the opposite of what they're doing now, and that makes me feel good. This is someone who has their panties all up in a bunch because you're on a very positive path to growth. And you're very much overcoming something here that has left you feeling stuck. And you recognize the options, but it's like you had to choose which path you wanted to take here. And I do feel like you're making a choice now, or you're about to make a choice. But this person they don't have any good intentions for you. There's something they're trying to hold over your head. There's something that they feel like you owe them. And I honestly, no matter where we're at in life, nobody really owes anybody anything. Like, even if you owe people, like, you don't really owe them. And the more that they stay in that energy of like, oh yes, this person definitely owes me, like, the more that the chaos is going to ensue, because they're going to use that as a means of control. Right? This is someone who's very, very dominant. They are attracted to the dark and the forbidden. This is someone who's totally ruled by their ego. They like to exploit others. This is someone who is completely trying to self-gratify themselves by making other people suffer. This is a senseless behavior, but understanding that that senseless behavior does come with a price, right? It's not just, oh, I get to act this way and nothing ever happens to me. And I feel like this is that scenario, pile one. I feel like you've been dealing with someone who seems to have gotten what they asked for. They seem to be manifesting what they desire. Like, all things are happening good for them. And a lot of times it feels like that we have these really slime ball type of energies that seemingly get ahead. But then what happens is when the crack begins, it begins to shatter and there's no going back. There's no them falling to the bottom and climbing their way back up. Because to do that would take the amount of years that it took them to get into that spot in the first place. There's no climbing back up. It's like things are beginning to shatter. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you're on the path to a positive outcome here, and they want you to keep focusing on that. But the truth is this person is not a very good person. Like, this person just doesn't see you as human. They see you as a challenge, and they see you as someone that they can dominate and overthrow. And like, if I overthrow pile number one, I'll have this amazing trophy on my wall, and I'm gonna feel really good. Like, I feel sick to my stomach right now about this person is not very good. Like, I've got some weird feelings in my throat and my heart chakra. I feel like you've given a lot to this person. This could be a situation too. I keep saying a person, but understand it could be a situation too, right? And it's just, this is not a good thing. This is not healthy at all. This is incredibly toxic. And I feel like the problem here is that this has been a long time coming, but also you, pile number one, have a problem with detaching from this person. There's just a resistance there. And Source is not trying to blame you for this, right? There's no blame necessary here. This person's going to show up however the heck they're going to show up. Right? And knowing that that has nothing to do with you as a person, right? Like, that doesn't have to do with you and who you are. That doesn't have to do with you and how you show up. It's just this person, whether it was you or someone else, this is how they'd show up. It just so happens that you're there right now. And it's someone that they're like, all right. Like, ooh. And it's just not healthy at all. This is someone, it's like, I feel like sometimes you're going back and forth with real, like, trying, without making real progress. Like, you're really like getting flustered because this has been a long process. And maybe sometimes you push away others who are coming in to help because of this energy. It's like making you feel like you don't deserve that good help, or you don't deserve good people in your life, or you don't deserve kindness in your life. And they're saying, like, that's not true at all. Like, you absolutely deserve kindness, but you have to decide what is more important to you, upholding this connection that is obviously a very toxic bond, or moving towards your dreams. Can you please clarify the Two of Swords here, Source? Yeah, this is like making my stomach hurt all kinds. We got the Three of Wands out again. Look at this. Are you gonna move into the portal of life? You have this choice to step through into a different dimension, into a different timeline, into a different reality, right? But I do feel like this is one of those things that's not just scary, but this is one of those things that's like not going to be there for forever. Look at how it's just bound by these 3 leather straps, right? It's not something that is just going to stand the test of time. If you keep running back to this type of energy, This is gonna slowly diminish because it's like a hope thing. This is only open because you are hoping for it to be there. But the more you run back to this type of energy, the more that hope diminishes, and the more the hope diminishes is the smaller this portal becomes, the smaller this opportunity becomes. It's not that it's not rightfully yours, it absolutely is, but it's a matter of if you're going to begin to nurture yourself. And look at how this swan is holding her wing over this cup. This is saying, like, this is my cup and my cup alone. And what I do with my cup is my business. It's not for everyone to put their toxic water in. It's not for everyone to put their toxic emotions in. It's not for everyone to put their toxic words in. It's for me to protect. Right? And it's for me to stand up for myself. And it's okay. It's like being compassionate and nurturing to yourself is what's going to really help solidify this portal change, this dimensional change for you. This is a huge shift for you, pile number one. And this has not come easily. This is something that has taken a lot of time, a lot of patience. We see here that you've maybe lost hope in it at times, and then you've also given in to just knowing, I gotta trust the process. But this person is just constantly on you, constantly over your shoulder, constantly in your energy. Okay, this could be a spouse, this could be a child, this could be a parent, this could be a caretaker, this could be a friend, it could be a boss, this could be anybody, okay? And it could be any kind of situation, a home situation, this could be a job situation, a life situation, okay? But this is something that is just like, it doesn't matter what you do. Like, I feel like you're always in this energy of like, I have to look over my shoulder, or it's like you hear a noise and you have to rush and do something else because it's like, oh my gosh, if I'm not doing something, then that's when the hammer falls. Can you please clarify the Three of Wands here, Source? Please clarify the Three of Wands. The Son of Wands. This is the Page of Wands. Okay? Look at this snake. It's crawling up this wand here, right? It's like trying to get to the top of this wand. And I feel like this is this energy. It's doing everything that it can to block you from receiving your guidance. Okay? And it's done its best. But there's something that cannot block this type of energy and this light from coming to you if you choose to accept it. If you choose to accept the guidance from Source, if you choose to accept the guidance from your guides, right? The inspiration will far outweigh anything that this person can say to you. It doesn't matter how slimy this person is. It doesn't matter how sleazy this person is. It doesn't matter what this person has done in the past to get away with whatever it is that they're getting away with. Like, we even have mother and son. Maybe you're the son and this is your mother, or maybe you're the mother and this is your son. That's just confirmation that this could be a parent-child situation as well, coming out right next to each other. Again, it doesn't have to be. This is just very visual confirmation for someone who needs that. Okay, but I do feel like whoever you are, you're very much represented by this Queen of Cups, the Mother of Cups, because here we see like everything in you is pointing towards this new beginning, this opportunity to go beyond what you've already known and experienced. Can you please clarify the Temperance card here, Source? May we please clarify the Temperance card? Okay, so I guess you're going to get two here. Like, we have the Mother of Wands. Yeah, someone is, like, very protective of something here. Like, they're trying to protect something, and they don't want you to know what they're trying to protect. I'm going to be honest with you. If I were to really break this down, it feels like they're trying to protect their ego. Like, they're trying to protect their position that they have had in life, that they have created for themselves. It's like they've told everybody these lies, they've told everybody this stuff, and they've tried to make themselves out to be this amazing person. This person has a problem with authority. This person has a problem with you being able to step up into a place of leadership. But ultimately, here we see with the Mother of Wands that you're also someone who's entirely attractive, someone who's capable of setting solid boundaries, and someone who's not afraid to be grounded in this world through taking action as well. And so there's this need to really rely on that type of energy And then we have the Six of Wands. There's hope. This is crazy. Look at this imagery here. It's like all the darkness and then the rainbow above the storm, right? Into the light, into the clouds, into the freedom of source energy. And it's like source is saying there's absolutely hope for you. There's absolutely an opportunity for you to successfully move away from this type of energy. There is an opportunity for you to rely on yourself and have us as your backup, right? As much as source goes to battle for us in all types of situations, if we refuse to take action, source can't do everything for us. Did you hear the horn outside? Beep, beep. If we refuse to take action, beep, beep. Right. There's something powerful about taking action here. And also the Six of Wands in the Tarot Marseille talks about finding a powerful ally, someone who's going to be there to help you build success. So instead of pushing people away, open up to finding that powerful ally. Look, and we have the Father of Wands. Wow, we've got a lot of people involved in this. If there's not a lot of people, there's just a lot of very strong energies here. But look at this energy here. It's like some sort of crack is coming through. It looks like a lightning bolt, but it also looks like a crack through the card. It's like, didn't I say that when the crack begins, it shatters? And this is that confirmation. And the crack comes from you honoring and being yourself. That's where it comes from. This person cannot stop you from embracing your truth. This person cannot stop you from being who you are. The Ten of Wands. You're going to have somebody here that's going to go through a trial with you. But the two of you are going to end up stronger because of this. Okay. Also not taking on your responsibilities. There's a new beginning here. There's hope. There's freedom. And when this comes, you're going to feel like, wow, I've never done this before. It's going to feel new. You're going to feel like you're walking for the first time. But it's with a purpose. Let's get some oracles out and see what comes through. Wow, that was quick. Thank you. 11th house, friends, like-minded groups, humanitarian beliefs. Again, that Aquarius energy making itself present. So you could very well have Aquarian energy highly aspect in your chart. It's so funny. The people who were honking are actually leaving the park. And so usually like there's this big old line around this time to get into the park. And so it's just so funny because they were like actually leaving the park. And I wouldn't normally say that. But the thing is that's very symbolic to this. It's like you're leaving. Like when you take action and follow that creative insight that you're getting and just really pour into yourself, pile number one, then this person can't even touch you. Like nothing they say will bother you. We have Kathumi and Kiana with smile and feel the peace smiling brings you. Ensure there's divine peace within you at every level. So the synchronicities are flying in. We're talking about peace at the beginning, talking about the crack, talking about things shattering apart, talking about feeling unique and not feeling like I can express myself, right? Like someone invading on your space, invading in your peace. That was like one of the first things that came through. What else are we getting here? Hunter, track down your fears and your desires. Take your life back. Take your life back. You deserve that, pile one. This is a hard situation, please. I'm not sitting here like, just figure it out. That's not at all what this is. And Source is never, ever going to leave you like that. Source is just saying like, I've given you inspiration. So there's like some sort of project or something that you want to pour yourself into. Do that. Do that. Don't worry about how it's all going to work out. Just focus on pouring yourself into that. Because when you take those inspirational moments and you focus on them, that gives you confidence. And that confidence gives you courage. And that courage allows you to face those fears. That's what Source is saying here, okay? So we have Sunshine Yellow Dragon, which helps you to help animals, serve animals, heal, respect, and understand them. You're also going to find peace being surrounded by your animals, whatever they are. You know, we've got birds, we've got a squirrel here, chipmunk, we've got the Bambi right there, the deer. I don't know why I forgot what it was called, but yeah, we've got this energy, your dogs, your cats, your lizards, your snakes, whatever you got, it doesn't matter. Just remember there's a lot of love between you and them, and being surrounded by them helps to bring that peace back, okay? All right, let's see what else we've got here. Can we get some archetype cards for this reading, source? Maybe please have some archetype cards for this reading. Destroyer flipping out. I'm going to get one more before I read this to you. Maybe please have another one. Yeah, thank you. Okay, on the bottom, we've got Seeker. Thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. The shadow is the inability to commit to a path once found. And so I feel like this is a thing. It's like you're moving away from this inability to commit because of this chaotic energy. Like, don't ever feel bad. Like, it was difficult to commit because of that chaos. Of course it is, right? But you're really stepping into this seeker energy and following that. We have Destroyer here with releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. And the shadow is intoxication with destructive powers, destroying others' dreams or potentials. This is so clear. This is the exact type of energy that I was talking about. This is the exact type of energy that was coming through. This is a person who wants to destroy your dreams. They want to destroy your potential because there's almost like a sense of inflation when they do that. Like, oh, I'm the big bad wolf in this town. No one can get past me. And it's like, that's not true because you're letting it go. And that's exactly what Source wants you to do, is let that go. This person's got to contend with their own energy at one point in time. And one day you're not going to be around anymore to help them with their own internal energy, right? You being there is probably giving them a sense of peace. They're probably an energy vampire. They're probably getting whatever it is that they're getting from you. And the minute that you leave, they have to either go and find that somewhere else, or they're going to have to deal with themselves. Either way, the crack has begun. Let it crack. You're not the glue. Okay, pile one, I think you need to hear that. Like, you're not the glue here. Please understand that. Respect yourself enough to know you are not the glue. And you are not required to glue these people back together. We have acknowledge. Learn to bless others and recognize your own efforts and accomplishments as well. This will give you a positive mindset and attract more goodness. Okay, so celebrating others' success, even if it's not this person, but celebrating people that you admire, celebrating people that you really truly love. Like, you want to see them do well. Celebrate that. Even if they don't know you, that is going to come back to you. Okay, and we have make a change. There's some truth you're resistant to accept over and over again. Until you're tired and restrained beyond depression, it takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is all about passion. Then you make a change and the world around you follows. This is so clear. And I love that this is over the Page of Wands energy. This is so clear. We have patience. There is wisdom about being patient with good things, like planting flowers. It takes time to bloom. Keep working hard while waiting, and you will eventually reap the fruits of success. Patience makes your life more exciting. Oh, this is an interesting energy. I really am sorry that you have to deal with these types of energies, pile one. Like, no one deserves to go through this. It's just something that happens along the way, right? And again, like I said, it's like you most likely agreed to this before you were born so that you could heal this part of yourself. This is attached to the South Node energy. It's so that you could step into that North Node energy and honor who you're meant to be. We've refocused, 666, refocus to find balance between your material and spiritual aspects of life. Stop putting too much emphasis on the material things. And this also talks about, right, like not just the material, but anything outside of you, people included. Stop putting so much focus on them and letting them deter you from your dreams and letting them determine what it is that you do in your life and letting them to show up and be like, oh, well, if I act a certain way, then pile number one isn't going to go towards what they want, and that makes me feel better. Look, just be like, look, I don't care how you show up. I still got stuff I got to do. Okay, like, I got my dreams to go and chase. With or without you, I don't give a damn. Okay, like, I just don't. Look for, investigate, explore, and search. There's a light bulb moment that's coming. That's what that meant. There's a light bulb moment coming. Aha. Capricorn energy, ambition, realism, and methodical steps. You could be a Capricorn, or this could be a Capricorn that you're dealing with. This is heavy Capricorn energy. We have Pisces, we have Aries, Leo, Sag, we have Libra. Yeah, and then we have Aries, Sag, Cancer. Okay, we're just going to leave it at that. But also the thing with Capricorns is when they're in their shadow, they're extremely pessimistic. Okay, so I do feel like you're dealing with someone who's extremely pessimistic as well. We have Venus and Diam Chenin coming. The beauty of love lies in its wildness. Be daring and embark upon journeys with your dragon. This is going to be something that you're going to have to trust source in. Like, you're going to have to take the first steps forward. You're not really going to have somebody that's going to walk this journey with you at the beginning. They're going to come eventually. But pile one, this is source saying, like, you're going to have to trust in spirit. You're going to have to trust in your guides. You're going to have to trust in your angels. We've got you. Let us do what we do best and help you, but you have to take the first step. Direction guardian, choose your path. This is all about you choosing your path, right? Like, what are you going to choose? This definitely reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune card as well. It also makes me feel like the World card and the Wheel are all wrapped up in one. So you can have a different destiny if you choose here. Golden Solar Dragon helps you to stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. Yeah, to stand in this very powerful energy. One where you won't be denied. Like, we have God here. The light attributes are benevolence and compassion, recognizing the internal force within yourself and others, and the shadow as despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. So this is what we see. We see the light and dark aspects here in this dynamic being played out. And this is just confirming that. We have simplification, 654. Simplify your life and focus on what truly matters. Declutter your mind and surroundings for greater clarity and effectiveness. Don't be afraid to declutter your space. It will help you feel better. We have reflection, 987. We have 987, 654 all coming out together. Look at this. Look at this. Look, do you see this? Do you see that? Do you see what's going on here? Look inward and evaluate your actions. Embrace introspection and self-reflection for your own development. So simplify and reflect. Simplify. I don't know why I just heard that, but okay. Unfinished business. It's not over. Back and forth baggage. This person keeps coming in because they feel like they have unfinished business with you because you keep growing, and they don't like that. And they don't want to see you grow. Wow, okay, we've got both of these coming out. We have uninvited guests, surprise, accident, big change, moment of decision. Yeah, so this person is not meant to be in your energy. Commitment, oath, agreement, pledge, promise. You've already committed the agreement with, or completed the agreement with this person. Now it's time for you to choose you. Oh, and this is interesting. We have sunset, love, lost loved one, memories, elder, and nightfalls. So this could be a message from someone that you've lost. Like a mother, a father, a brother, someone that you love deeply coming in and reminding you, we have all these good memories. You're not alone, right? We want to see you succeed too. We want you to know that we're here walking the journey with you. So let's take a look at your animal card. Wow, we've got the owl. Okay. And I can't make this up. I just turned open to it. What just happened? That was so crazy. I was just going to go get to look at it, and I opened up right to it. Whoa. Whoa. That is crazy. Oh my goodness. We have abundance, clairvoyant, and treasures. This person cannot deal with how spiritual you are. And interesting enough, owls are messengers from the spirit realm, right? So they bring messages of the dead back with them. And so we have that lost loved one here. This is also confirmation that this is someone who's passed on. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl in this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on its way, either in the spiritual or material form. With owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon, how it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. So when in balance, it's generous, trusting, and secure. When out of balance, it's money, quarrels, and scarcity. To bring into balance, an offering. So I feel like Source is bringing you an offering here. You're definitely getting a treasure. There's something that's going to come that's going to help you let this situation go. And you're going to feel a lot better about it as well. You make the choice, Pile 1. Make the choice that serves you best. And if you're not sure what that is, spend time in meditation, asking yourself, asking your guides, asking Source, like, how can I best serve myself with this situation? What are the steps I need to take that are going to make me feel whole? Right? Because I feel like that's the most important thing for you, Pile 1. So this is what I see here for you in your reading. If you felt like this was your reading, leave the little owl emoji down below and say, I spend time in silence and I ask for assistance on the knowledge that will make me whole so that I can walk through the portal into my brand new life. And if it resonated, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on memberships, but if not, Pile number 1, thank you so much for your continued support here. I want to take a quick second and thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides, all for coming to give us this powerful message. And until next time, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful black obsidian arrowhead, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on the honest truth about the situation. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And for anybody that is new here, welcome. This is a reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and hop to it and find out what is the honest truth about the situation for pile number 2, Source. What is the honest truth about this situation for pile number 2? What would you like to say today, Source? What is the honest truth about this situation for pile number 2? Okay, so we've got Mercury, the 5th house, and Scorpio. Interesting. Interest. Okay. So, let's get this up here. Let me sit with this energy for just a moment. I keep hearing there's drama. That's what I keep hearing. There's drama. There's drama. There's always drama. That's what I just heard. There's always drama. There's always something. There's always someone. I feel like there's somebody here who wants to be the center of attention and they're not when you're around. I feel like there's somebody here who likes to create dissonance between you and other people. Like they just are like, oh, here's pile number 2. Let me go ahead and step in and start causing drama. I mean, this person could be a gossiper or whatever, but I feel like this is more about this person just wants to create dissonance. Like they just want that drama. They just want things to be chaotic. They really like that. It's weird to say somebody likes drama, but some people do. Some people thrive in drama. They really enjoy it, right? Now, this could be somebody that you've dated before. This could be someone that you've shared interests with before. This could be someone that you met along the way. It does refer to children or pregnancy here, so it's interesting because this might mirror pile number 1. I don't feel they're the same type of energy, but you may have come from pile number 1. Just gonna say that, okay? But I do feel like this is a little bit different. Like, I feel like this is someone who is very childish by nature. Like, they're just very childish. They do not have a logical head on their shoulders. Like, everything to them is a game, and they treat everything like a game. And while they're smart sometimes, other times they're just really dumb. Like, you're like, wow. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's like, that's the type of energy. It's like, whoa. Like, they don't care if they make a fool of themselves, just as long as the attention's on them. Oh my goodness. Yep, that's where this is going. That's I wondered why Source wanted to do this reading today, but now I know. There's just a lot of weird energy flying around right now, especially with the holidays coming closer at the time of recording this. So, you know, whenever you find these readings, that's when you're meant to watch it. But it's just interesting. We have somebody here who's very intense and very controlling, and they see how powerful you are and they see how much you've changed. They're also very vindictive. Like, this is someone who's like, why do I hear that song by Dashboard Confessional? Vindicated, I am ruthless, I am right, I am wrong, I swear I'm wrong, or something like that. I don't know how all the lyrics go, but that's what I'm hearing. Like, I swear I'm right, I swear I've done this all before, or something. And it's like that, like, I am ruthless. Like, that's the type of energy coming through. I think that's Dashboard Confessional, Vindicated. I think that's the name of the song. Check out the lyrics. That might mean something more for you. And if that's the name of the song, just comment that below too to help anybody else that's pile number 2. Okay. Well, it's like this somebody who's very clingy to the idea that as long as they're the center of attention, then everything's okay. Like, they just want to be seen. This is like that hair flip. Like, as long as everybody has their eyes on me, like, I don't care. I don't even care if, like, I'm making a fool of myself. I don't even care if I'm being crazy or whatever. If people are like, oh my gosh, can you believe this person? Like, they don't care. Like, they just want the attention on them. It's almost like if someone else has that attention, then they feel like they've done something awful. And so they really are just trying to seek out this energy, and they're very intimidated by you because when you come in, you're someone who's very much in this energy of you don't really care like that. Like, you're just trying to do your best. You're trying to show up as you and be authentic, and it just really scares them because they're not anything like that, and so they have to do everything extra to stand out. Right? This is like their thought process. Childhood or school friends is that back to this idea. This is something that they've learned since childhood. It's affecting their nervous system, and it's affecting the way that they are seen too, their intelligence and their reasoning. Like, it's affecting the way that they're being seen, but they don't care about that. They just care that they have the center of attention. Wow, this could be someone you're dating. It doesn't have to be, but the 5th house does talk about dating. It could be someone you're sharing a hobby with. It could be someone that, you know, is you're thinking is a creative as well, like you, and oh, we're gonna go places together. But this person is just, no, they're not very grounded at all. Like, they really do believe that their well-being and everything about them is dependent on how other people view them. Whew. This is already a really interesting energy. I'm just going to go with it. So, Source, what is the truth about this situation for pile number 2? Can you tell us some more about this? What is the truth about the situation for pile number 2? Okay, thank you. What is the truth about the situation for pile number 2? Like I keep hearing someone say they've lost their marbles. That's what I just heard right now. It was so loud. They lost their marbles. Okay, so what is the truth about the situation for pile number 2, Source? Okay, thank you. What is the truth about the situation for pile number 2? Thank you. What is the truth about the situation for pile number 2? Wow, right off the bat. Thank you, Source. Thank you. Okay, so on the bottom of the deck, we've got, yeah, we've got the Knight of Coins in the reverse here on the bottom. Yeah, this is someone who just doesn't see their own worth, and they see you, that you're in a place of understanding your own worth, and that just really triggers them. And Source is not bringing this up so that you feel like, oh my gosh, I have to change who I am. Like, they're just bringing it up to kind of forewarn you that, yeah, you've definitely outgrown dealing with these situations. Look at this. Like, you're the King of Coins, or I'm sorry, the King of Cups in the upright. You could be the King of Coins too, just in boss energy, right? Like, definitely taking care of your stuff. Like, you're just not afraid to take care of what needs to be taken care of, right? You've definitely gained a lot of wisdom. You're very laid back. You're very calm. You're collected. You're cool. You've overcome a lot of hardships in your life. You've outgrown situations like this. You see, a Knight in reverse has no standing against a king. And that's the type of energy here. This is someone who is maybe just very concerned with the material world as well. Someone who is looking at just what they can get from others or how they can get ahead from that. And it's like they just have this very hesitation and they're not very clear on what they want from life. And they're only thinking in terms of like whether they've missed opportunities or, you know, like things from the past, the situations from the past. This is like, I need this attention so that I can seem like I'm on top of things, but they're not even aware of how they're being portrayed. Like there are some people out there that are just staring at them with their mouths open like, wow, I cannot believe they actually did that. Like, that was crazy. And they won't say anything about it because it's, you know, not nice. But then other people might just, that's all they talk about. It's like, this person just can't get their stuff together because there's so much in this place of wanting to be in a leadership position. We have the Queen of Wands here in the upright. We have the Six of Wands in the upright. Okay. Yeah, and we have the Ace of Swords. They don't see you clearly. They see you as someone who has sold your soul for the attention. They feel like, oh, they went down this path and whatever this path is, like they're doing something behind the scenes to get this attention. They could think that you're a witch or a warlock. They could think that you are someone who casts spells. Okay. They could think that you are dancing with the devil. This is someone who really thinks the lowest part of you. Like they think that you have done something, or like you slept with someone to get where you're going, or you somehow rigged the system, or you had, you know, something play in your favor so that you could get to where you are. There's very mistaken about it. And so they're stuck in this place of being conceited. Well, pile 2 will never be at the level that I'm at. And honestly, pile 2, that's really the truth. Like that's a very true thing, because you will never be at the level this person's at. Like you're just not, you're on different planets at this point. This person just doesn't see that though. Right? Because they see you in this place of being able to stand, you know, set boundaries. I don't think anybody's ever set boundaries with them, because I don't think that anybody actually knows how to approach this person. And for you, I think you're just like, whoa, hold on. I don't want any part of that. Like, I don't even want to play this game here. And so we see you're moving beyond this. We see that you're gaining some grounding here. You're taking action based on you setting solid boundaries here, right? You're someone with a very, very strong personality. You have this huge stick, right? That you're not afraid to swing down on people's heads, and you're very secure, and you're defended, right? Because you defend yourself, and you know the value of who you are, and you know the value of defending yourself. And let me see if I can get this to focus a little better. It could just be the angle that I'm at. Okay, I hope that's better. I bet it's just the angle that I'm at. It seems weird. Yeah, not seeing clearly. I can't even see the screen clearly right now, so that's exactly what they're showing. It's just a physical manifestation of this person's not seeing you clearly. They don't see the value you have to offer, because the only thing that this person is thinking about is, why am I not in the position that pile 2's in, when I've done everything to get the center of attention? But for you, pile 2, it's not even about attention. Like, you're just trying to be your best self, right? Your most aligned version and your most authentic self. And that's what, there's a lot of people out there that don't recognize that being fake isn't going to get you anywhere. Like, it's just not. Eventually, you will be seen for your true colors. Eventually. Right? And so I feel like there's something here. Maybe you thought that you were going to have a strong alliance with this person, or that you had common interests. And, you know, it was like this energy of like, well, we'll be able to move forward together. We'll be able to overcome something together. But then this person really just is like, they see how good you are, and they are just constantly comparing themselves to you. And this is something that's falling apart at the seams. And there's nothing they can do to hold. They can't hold it together. They're never going to be as balanced as you are. Right? So this is a person who's probably just going to vibe out. I don't feel like you're going to have to actually do anything here. I mean, we'll get some more cards on it and see. But I do feel like this person is just going to vibe out, because you're focused on being here in the now and using your wisdom to solidify your experience. And this person is so stuck in the past and how they were once the center of attention in the past and how everybody loved them and how everybody wanted everything to do with them. It's almost like this person's stuck in high school. You know, when you have like the high school cheerleader or the high school, the captain of the football team, and it's like, of course they were popular in high school, but then high school ends and that era of popularity kind of ended with high school. That's the type of energy this person's still in. It's like they're trying to do everything they can to gain that back, not realizing that that chapter's long gone and closed. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if this was someone who, even though you're the king of coin or the king of cups here, I keep saying the king of coins, my eye is twitching. Okay, so I feel like you're definitely in boss energy. I feel like you're definitely in this place of security and stability with yourself. So this is like you're just unstoppable right now because you're embodying all these very powerful energies. So I feel like you're actually younger than this person for some reason, or you seem younger because you are more in touch with your inner child, right? And somebody who's very childish does not seem young at all. Like they just seem very immature and ignorant. And, you know, I'm not trying to be cruel here or anything, but it's just really how this seems. Like this person is just so concerned with how at one point maybe they were ahead of you and now they're not. Like they're recognizing that your potential for growth is far beyond theirs. And so there's definitely this conceited energy that's coming in here and just not being clear on what they want. And I feel like they thought if they got together with you, like again, if this was a collaboration or if this was a partnership at one point, or if this was like you guys working together, they really believed that whatever you had, people who saw you as a leader would see them and be like, oh no, they're, I keep saying she, but she or they are the real leader, and that all eyes would have been on them instead of on you, pile two. And what they saw was that everybody that recognized your potential saw you as this person of and being in the leadership place and having this wisdom. And this is somebody who's like biting their nails behind the scenes, like trying to figure out how to get into that position again. I don't feel like it's them trying to self-sabotage. I don't feel like this person has the brains or did I say self-sabotage? I don't think this person has the brains to really sabotage you behind the scenes. And again, I'm not trying to be ruthless here. Like, feel like I need to whisper. I really feel like that because I'm not trying to be mean. This person doesn't have that type of intelligence because the only thing they're concerned about is eyes on them. And it's like, what actions can I do to put eyes on me? That's all they're concerned about. They're not even concerned about what can I do to pile number one so that I can be in the center of the spotlight. Like, it's just what action can I take so that eyes are on me? Like, this is interesting. This is a very weird energy. Maybe please clarify the Queen of Wands here. Okay, so we've got the Daughter of Wands, which is the Page of Wands here. And then we also have the Eight of Swords. And if you see here, look, it's like this person is very much stuck in their mind. They're filled with all types of anxiety. They don't see how much you've had to change and how much you've had to grow and be inspired and take that inspired action to move away from. And you see here where you're blossoming. So it's like, doesn't matter. But if I love the fact that in this deck, the Daughter of Wands, the snake is making an infinity symbol, because if we turn it on the side, it's the infinity symbol, right? What goes around comes around. This person doesn't understand, like, their intentions are not good. And so what's coming back are not good intentions. So people could expect things from them that are not very nice or very kind or very honorable. And they're seeing people who respect you and who love you and who listen to you. And it's like, oh my gosh, like every time they see someone treat you with kindness, they get a little bit more stuck in this anxiety and fear and being stuck, and like things aren't going to work out for them. And truthfully, the longer they stay in this energy, I mean, we all kind of know it's like things are going to get so hard. You're going to have to make a choice. Is it worth it to stay in that energy of always wanting to be the center of attention, or are you going to maybe figure it out that it's time for you to heal? You know, we can't make that choice for somebody. As much as I wish we could. If we could, there'd be a whole lot different world that we lived in. It would just be way different. Yeah, so we have the Nine of Cups. This is what they expected. They expected if they built a partnership with you that you would somehow catapult them into this place of happiness. And the tables have turned. Now you're standing in this place of happiness, and you're in this place of being recognized and being fulfilled, and having looked past the illusion, I feel like, is the main thing here. It's like you've definitely looked past something that was a huge illusion, that was, maybe this person was blocking you at some point because it's like you really believed they were a good person, or you really believed that they were, you know, kind, maybe just kind. I mean, being kind doesn't really have anything to do with being good or bad. It's just maybe they were a kind person to you. But slowly, I feel like things began to unravel, and you realized it doesn't matter the type of connection that we share. It doesn't even matter if we have the similar interests here, because this person is in nowhere near in the same vibrational energy that I'm in, and that's okay, right? Some of you could be very hurt by that, and others of you could just be like, I don't even want to deal with that. So just remember, if you're hurt by that, that's okay, to take time and space to honor those feelings so that you can really let this go, because you do not need somebody like this in your life, okay? I feel like there's a huge majority of you that are just like, why, this person, I had a feeling. I heard someone say, I had a feeling. Yeah. Like, we've got the Three of Swords coming. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah. So some of you are definitely, and it's interesting because hold on, let me say what I was going to say. Some of you are definitely brokenhearted. Some of you are definitely feeling the effects of this entanglement. This is a huge entanglement, right? This is something that you didn't know was going to go this way. It could be multiple people here too, right? You do have the Three Swords crossing the one. I do feel like you're the one at the center here, and it's like you have the most to lose, right? But I also feel like it's interesting because in the Tarot Marseille, which is what I read, the Three of Swords talks about getting assistance from Source. This is like divine intervention. Source coming in and saying, this has got to end. And I feel like Source is just continually showing you the true colors of this person time and time again. And it feels like there's an incident that will be happening, or that has happened, or that is happening, okay, where this person can no longer hide who they are from you. They're gonna, it's all gonna come falling out. It's all gonna come tumbling down the mountain, and it's gonna crash right into you, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, well, that's definitely information that I needed. And so Source is definitely helping you out with that. And there's energy here where this is gonna be, the ties are gonna be cut. I feel like Archangel Michael is absolutely helping you with that. Yeah, my eye is tripping out again. Archangel Michael is helping you with these ties. But this is also something that's so important for you to stay grounded. Like, there's a lot of darkness here. There's a lot of hurt here. It's like, I feel like this person really tried to do something that made them seem like they were the ones that were on top, and not, they, honestly, pile number 2, this person probably has no knowledge of who they hurt. They just don't. Like, again, they're not plotting. They're not scheming. The only thing that they're doing is, what can I do to get back to the top? And I know that sounds like, well, yeah, so they'd be manipulating me. No, they're not even like, how can I manipulate pile number 2 so that they can make them seem like they're me and I'm them, you know? Like, they're not even about that. They're literally just like, pile 2 is in the center of attention. Like, what can I do to get back there? And then they'll go and they'll trip and they'll fall on their face and they'll scrape their knee and they'll make a big ol', I'm crying, oh my gosh, and they make everybody rush to go and save them. And, you know, that's the type of energy this person has. They're not about plotting and scheming. They're just about really focused. This is somebody who's selfish. That's what I'm trying to get at. This is somebody who's really selfish. Okay, they're just really selfish. They don't even think about other people. They don't have the capacity to think about other people. They just don't. Right? Well, that's a narcissist. No, it's not. This is different than narcissistic energy. I really hope I'm trying to paint this clear. This could be a narcissist, but this energy that's coming in, this is just not someone who is plotting and scheming to make themselves hurt somebody to feel better. This is someone who just wants the center of attention, no matter if it's a fool's attention or if it's good attention. I guess somebody who would go out in the middle of a crowd, kids included, and rip off their top and show their cha-chas to everybody just so the whole crowd would look at them. That's the type of energy this person has. Like, not realizing that, wow, that's actually not a good thing, right? Like, that can really get you in a lot of trouble. But they wouldn't care. And being in trouble, they'd be fine with that because it's like the attention's on them. Like, that's how this person thinks. Oh, this is crazy. Yeah, we have the 7 of coins here on the bottom. See, you're slowly making your way. up and out into this place of abundance. You're slowly working your way through the process. And the Seven of Coins really does talk about being unique and different. And this person knows you're unique and different, but they want what you have, and they're trying to recreate that in any way they can. Right? Like, whether they're not even trying to emulate you, they're just trying to recreate that. And look, they can't. We've got the Empress underneath that. Like, the thing is that you're out of their league. The sun, yeah, the sun is shining on you. The Five of Cups, this person is, you know, tired that because every time you network, you seem to network with people a whole heck of a lot easier than they do, right? They see a lot of burdens and responsibilities. You got the Six of Cups. They see you being loved, right? They see you also not coming out all the time. Like, they see you being behind closed doors a lot, or like you're not giving yourself to everybody all the time, and it just bothers them, and it makes their whole life fall apart. Like, this person's just focused on, like, how do I get the attention on me? That's all they're focused on. Wow, this is next level. Source, can you please tell us some more about this? Thank you. Like, house 1, individuality, self-image, and their approach to life. That's all they're worried about, is their image. How it's not how it appears to people. It's the expression of my image. How can I be the center of attention? Me, I. I'm the only one that matters. Nobody else matters. I'm the only one that matters. I don't care if I have to go in, and this is someone who'd shave their head bald just so that they could get a reaction out of somebody the next day. That's exactly, not even thinking about it. They would never miss their hair either, because the amount of attention they got for shaving their hair is enough for them to keep it that way. And then to figure out something else. So when it starts to grow back a little bit, maybe they go and they get like a mohawk or something like that. That's all this person thinks about, is what extremes can I do to be the center of attention. We have the Cat Joker. The time has come for action. You will receive all only by being prepared to give all. And where I think the message is important here, I feel like the Cat Joker is appearing because I feel like this person's just a straight joker. Like, they're just a joker. Like, oh, Lord. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yep. Like, this person's just a joker. They're a clown. They're just... Like, it's just, and I feel like sometimes, like, people are just like, whoa. The only reason this person has attention is because people pity this person, because people are just like, oh my gosh, like, this person just doesn't have a clue. We have the Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. Yeah, it's important for you to defend yourself here from this person's energy. Like, just don't get caught in this person's annex. Because this person has a terrible reputation, or because this person is making a terrible reputation for themselves. Like, it has a tendency to flood over onto the people they associate with. And so it's just important for you to protect yourself from this person at this time. And people might not recognize it at first, but it's not going to be long before everybody notices the reality of this situation. Stuck in the middle with you. Now I got that song stuck in my head. Thor's red, black, and gold dragon protects you in times of change. Look, this dragon even has a shield here. A time of rapid transition and transformation. Relax, you are safe. So Source is coming in to help move you away from this situation. Like, Source is like, you're not going to get my child all dirty with your skanky... okay, well, anyways, with your stanky energy, right? Like, that's just it. I wasn't trying to be like that, but it's just that's what it feels like. This is just somebody who just you don't want in your energy. This is somebody you don't want around. This is somebody that you don't want in your energy. They just don't. And so Source is doing something to protect you here. Source is definitely interfering. I feel like Archangel Michael is helping to kind of help you navigate. So, like, if you end up getting entangled with this person, like, Archangel Michael is stepping in to really help sever those cords right away so that you can clearly move ahead. Yeah, my nose is going crazy right now. Yeah, that's what's happening. Okay. Avenger, we've got light, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. And we have shadow attributes, resorting to violence in the name of a cause. And that's kind of this person. The name of their cause is to make themselves be seen. I mean, they could be malicious, but I don't, Like, it's honest. I don't feel like this person's actually malicious. I just don't think they hold it within them. And again, everybody's situation is different, so take it as it resonates. But it's just this person doesn't really feel malicious. They just feel entitled, but ignorant. I mean, it's just ignorance is coming through. This is just a really interesting energy. Okay. What else would you like to say? The honesty behind the honest truth about the situation, source. I promise I can talk. Now that I've dealt with this energy, I'm like, whoa. Oh, whoa, it's too much. Okay. Anyways, we've got the beginning. Take the first step and start a new journey. Don't be afraid to fail. There is a future only when there is a beginning. Seize the moment, be bold, and start with a wonderful life of your own. Yeah, it's time for you to envision the type of life that you want and go towards it. Like, that's the only thing that we need to focus on at this time, okay? That's it. All right, source, what else would you like to say here? The honest truth about the situation for pile number 2. Okay, thank you. That one too, thank you. And on the bottom we have prosperity, 808, 808 kick drum. Yeah, base nectar. Embrace your potential and welcome prosperity. You are making wise decisions and heading in the right direction. So source is coming in and saying, like, you are going towards what you're meant to be going towards. Like, you're doing the right thing here. And this person just doesn't have the capacity to see that. Like, they don't even care if you're on the right track or not. Again, this person only cares about being in the center of attention. That's all they care about. Literally. That's all they care about. There's nothing about, oh, what's the right journey or the wrong journey. This person's solely driven by egoic need to be seen by everybody. We have miracle, dreams come true, get what you want. Yeah, so there's definitely, I keep seeing like this path that's like going around this individual. So you've definitely saved yourself from something here. Source is helping to save you from something here. Okay, we've got this one flipped over. Effectively, doing things effectively. Find the right way to do it. Give your all and you will see results. Find effective action in steps towards success. Okay, so doing things effectively for yourself. And that's going to be different for everyone, right? But do what matters for you. Like we have Neptune with dream and transcend. So there's definitely this person putting up an illusion. Right? This person putting up these illusions. So it's like they do their best to put up some type of illusion for others. But again, it's not about manipulation. It's just, it's literally like the illusion that I'm better than everyone. Or the illusion that I'm meant to be the center of attention. The illusion that I'm the popular one. So they definitely talk about that too. It's like people who are new in this person's energy, they're just all about me, 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 me. Like, oh my gosh, I stand out. Oh my gosh, I do this. Oh my gosh, I do that. Like they never ask questions. We have Artemis and Louisa Liu. The path ahead will be different. From now on, you follow the path of transformation. Pay close attention to your quality of life. So this is a heart-opening energy here that's coming in. And again, having to do with your path. There's something about your path moving forward here. Like Traveler, we've got move in a new direction. So yeah, they're just saying like the main thing that you need to know at this point is to move away from this person, right? That's the main thing that you need to know. We have Source Dragon, attuned you to the infinite. Be still in the silence. Magic can happen. Be in the moment. And you're going to get, like, what did I say? The infinity sign up here on top of this dragon. So it's like your intentions are pure. Pile number 2, you shouldn't worry about anything. You're doing the right thing. But you're going to gain a lot of assistance here when you stay in the stillness. Like Source is going to point this person out if you don't know who it is. But also Source is going to help give you the guidance that you need in order to move effectively away from this energy. Wow, we have the victim. Prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. The shadow is playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. So there's some, again, this idea, I have to be the center of attention, even if that means that I have to have people pitying me. At least people are seeing me. At least people have their attention on me. At least people are giving me their love and their light, you know, and it's like, it's not real. It's all an illusion. We have beggar. Yeah, exactly. Like, I want the attention. Light is confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. And the shadow is dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. Wow. Giving up everything just to have that. So we have here, chill out. Don't panic when things go wrong. Stay calm. Being calm allows you to see the situation clearly and make the right decision. Stay calm and deal with life's challenges with ease. Okay, so remember, being calm, cool, and collected will help you face this energy if it comes into your life at any point, or if you're already dealing with this, it will help you face this, okay? Reassurance, 747. Trust your intuition and make practical decisions that align with your higher purpose. Your guardian angels are acknowledging your efforts. Okay, so we're giving you the reassurance you need at this time. Authenticity, what did I say? 787, be yourself, pursue your passions, and show your authentic self. Don't pay attention to what others are thinking of you. Yeah, and especially this person, they don't understand what authenticity is at all. They have really this idea that you have somehow mastered the ultimate false self so that everybody likes you. And whereas you know, pile 2, you know that's not the truth. You know that everybody doesn't like you. Like, you know, some people are for you and others aren't. That's not how this person sees it. Right? And so they're only going to see what they want to see. And they're going to go based on that. Chew, deep thinking, remember, solve puzzles, and code word. I feel like this person has left you just like considering certain things. And remembering that it's so important for you to pour back into yourself. We have silence. Keep silence, coercion, and hint. Don't tell this person anything. I feel like, again, this person, they're trying to do what you're doing so they can become who you are. And in your silence, they won't have the fuel to do that. Commitment, oath, agreement, pledge, and promise. So it's interesting because when this card comes out, and this came out in another pile too, it's actually been coming out quite a bit. But this card is giving me this energy like this is something you agreed to before you were born so that you could overcome it and become really aligned with your authentic self. So it's like, as frustrating as it is, just know that it is serving its purpose right now and you are moving away from that, okay? And we have cool down. We have chill out and cool down. And this card came out twice while I was shuffling too. It's so crazy. Before I got ready for your deck, for your reading, it came out twice. Calm, pause, and solidification. So there's something here about keeping your cool. Like, this person could make you really angry. This person could really frustrate you. There's just no reason. Like, this person doesn't deserve your energy. They just don't. Okay, no matter how they show up, whether it's the truth, this person doesn't have malicious intent, or if they do have malicious intent, this person just does not deserve your energy at all. Point blank. That's it. They're very dramatic. They want to be the center of attention. Let them figure it out on their own. Let's take a look at your card. I'm going to read this from the book. We've got elk. Interesting. All right, so we've got elk. That would be the earth. Dear elk. Okay. We have stable, resilient, headstrong, and the father. Okay. The great elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many challenges. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and know their core values. Oh, this is so great. I actually talked about this in my podcast today. This is so trippy. Oh my gosh, they became known and respected for acting in ways that uphold these values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. When in balance, supportive, kind, and consistent. When out of balance, pretentious, high and mighty. To bring into balance is to eat and drink more consciously. Okay, so this person is definitely really upset. Like, so I'm saying, like, this energy, the sun is shining on you, you're being seen, there's like, you've got this rack of antlers on your head. It's like, of course people are going to want to go toward you, right? Whatever the reason. You're very, very, very grounded in your authenticity, and it really triggers this person's own inner demons, okay? And they're doing everything that they can to be the center of attention. And Source is just saying, like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about this person. I know that's sometimes so difficult because it's like when they're in our energy like that, all we want to do is like, oh my gosh, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? But Source is really telling you at this point, focus on yourself. The more you focus on yourself, the easier it will be for you to just completely ignore this person. That's it. Let it go. And it's difficult. I know. We're acknowledging that it's a difficult journey, but we need you to move in a new direction here. Okay, you have this beautiful energy that you're meant to share with the world, and it should not be wasted on people like this. Okay? I love you, Pile 2. This is what I have for you. If you felt like this was your reading, I think there's an elk emoji down below, so leave the elk. If not, leave the deer emoji down below and say, choose to stand strong in my authentic self, knowing that keeping a cool, calm, and collected head will help me navigate the path of life clearly and effortlessly. And if it resonated with you, it means so much to me if you're to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on membership. So if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. With that, I want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this intense reading, because this was an intense reading. And until next time, pile number 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful raw piece of quartz, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on the honest truth about the situation. I do want to say thank you to anyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this space and time with you. And for anybody that is new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And should these messages happen to resonate with you, it means so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. With that, though, let's go ahead and hop to it. I did have a channeled message for you, though. There's justice coming for you in regards to something that was very difficult, or this fear that you had to start over. Maybe you started over multiple times. It's a situation where you weren't receiving equal give and take, like equal compensation for what you were giving out. It was like either that or a situation in love that was unfair. Someone being really cold to you, someone being cruel and ruthless to you, someone being cunning against you. That was the message that's coming through very strongly, is that there's justice. There's some sort of balancing out of the scales that's coming through here, or it's like starts to saying like, okay, it's been in the opposite direction for long enough. It needs to come back towards you, pile number 3. Okay, so let's see what else comes out. So source, what is the honest truth about the situation for pile number 3? What is the honest truth about the situation for pile number 3, source? What is the honest truth about the situation for pile number 3? Oh, rolling. We've got the 9th house. We have Virgo energy, and we've got the moon. So you could be traveling here, or you could be learning something new, or I keep hearing that song, On the Road Again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. So that's coming in. So someone may be here traveling or having to deal with something that's very emotional for you right now, especially with the moon coming out as well. All right, let's see if we can get that to focus. Thank you. Also learning a new type of divination, something very spiritual, something very, it's taking a long time. Like there's something here that's taking a long time. This could be higher education. This could be religion. This could be long distance, relationships, journeys, dealing with philosophy, wisdom, knowledge, ethics, cultures, publishing, media, the arts, you have lawyers coming in here, but this is something that's dealing with anything along those lines, right? It's learning how to be humble and modest here, and I feel like you already are, but I feel like you still learn more every day. Like we're always learning how to humble ourselves, and we're always learning to be modest about our gifts, especially when we become like a master at them. Like sometimes we have to remember, like, it's not just for us to, well, I'm the master of the masters, right? Like, we have to be like, oh yeah, I'm okay at that, you know, like, still being kind and modest about it. And it's people, so people can judge for themselves, right? And I know it's like not for us to be judged, but it's kind of like that same energy. It's like some people just have to make up their own minds about us. And so I feel like here you've been very organized with something that you're undertaking, especially that has to do with the emotions. Something very emotional that's coming up. Not quite sure what this is. We'll get some more with the tarot on it, but it's just something that you have had to go through. It's like you're communicating something. You could be writing a book. You could be writing a memoir. I heard that was so loud. Writing a memoir. You could be doing a blog. You could be sharing your experience with others. You could be doing a podcast, some form of communication coming through here. Yeah. Sharing yourself vulnerably with others here. You could be trying to help the earth and using the knowledge that you're receiving as a way and a means to help the earth. Like maybe you're doing environmental science learning or something like that. You're also someone who's you're not as incredibly social as others, and that's okay. You're someone who likes their solitude, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it takes a lot of strength to be like, look, I just don't want all the friends in the world to say I have all the friends in the world. I'd rather have one true friend and enjoy my time alone. And that's kind of the energy that you're giving off here. So this is something that you've been dealing with, though, your personal needs, your emotions, you're reflecting on your habits, you're trying to heal inner child wounds here. I feel like all of that's coming from whatever the 9th house is helping you with. There's this developmental period that's happening right now, and all of these healing and really connecting with these safe things. That's it, safe. It's something safe. You're connecting with something that's safe. And it's continually helping you to grow here, and it's helping you to connect with a better part of yourself. So you're being kind to yourself, and it's something that you show up religiously to. It's definitely part of your routine, and it's helping you in ways that maybe you didn't know or hadn't yet imagined. So it's almost like you're now getting a view into things as they once hoped that it would help you, right? I'm trying to get this out. I feel like that's how you feel. It's like I'm doing the best that I can, but sometimes I just am not where I want to be, and things just feel like a jumbled mess. And it's like Source is trying to help unravel that for you so that it's not a jumbled mess anymore, so that you're clearly communicating your needs, your wants, your desires, not only to yourself, but to others, to Source, in order to manifest. And Source is also showing here that it's like this balancing act. Like there's something here where it's like your emotions maybe always got the best of you, and I feel like you clammed up. I feel like through working on yourself, you're now learning how to vocalize that in more creative and effective ways, and sharing that knowledge with others too that you've learned along the journey. This could have been a commitment that actually had you in this place of feeling like you didn't deserve to share or didn't deserve to be seen. This could have been a situation where, you know, it was like maybe a job situation where you were supposed to be respected and you weren't respected, or people were just very much expecting you to do something that you weren't capable of doing. There's a lot of energies coming through here. Let's see, Source, what is the honest truth about the situation? Help us open this up here. Can you help us dig into this? I feel like, yeah, you're definitely building some sense of emotional stability here. I feel like that's just the main focus of where you're at. It's kind of like everything else will come in time, but I just need to really build my emotional stability, or even mental and spiritual stability. Could be physical stability as well, with Virgo being here. Source, what is the honest truth about this situation? Thank you. And we have the 7 of Wands in the reverse. Okay. What else, Source? Okay, thank you. What is the honest truth about the situation? For you, Pile 3, I don't really feel like it's necessarily a person, although it could be. Remember that it could be, but this feels more like a situation to me. It's giving me that energy. But remember, energy is fluid. It could absolutely be describing a person. But I just feel like for you, it's it's a situation. Yeah, something that's very surface level situation here with the Knight of Cups on the bottom. Yeah, and the Page of Wands, like the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Cups. Like, it's something that you realize, like, I don't want to be this person, right? I don't want to be this person that just goes towards things because everybody else goes towards them, or because everybody else says that I have to love this, or because everybody else says that I have to do this. This could be relationships too. Like maybe you're just not interested in having a relationship. And if you are, that's not a message for you. Okay, that's for someone else. But it could be anything like that. Maybe you're not interested in working a 9 to 5. You want to own your own business, but everybody's like, no, you have to work a 9 to 5. Or, you know, you'll never own your own business. That'll never pan out. Or like I just heard someone wants to open a restaurant. Everybody's like trying to convince you not to open a restaurant. But there's a passion here. There's something that's very passionate that's leaking through that you can't stop. And with the Knight of Wands here, it's like you're getting encouraged to really move towards that everything will work out as long as you move towards that. That's where your true happiness lies at, right? Because when you're not following your happiness, you're definitely depressed. There's this energy that's overtaking you. It's like where you feel just totally ungrounded and like, oh my gosh, the world is falling apart. And it's because you're not following your passion. A lot of Wands energy for your reading. We have the 6 of Wands in the reverse and the Hermit in reverse. I am not surprised that this came out. There's something here that's keeping you in a situation that's revolving. This is like a round robin. Okay, and there's like, this could be focusing on money or focusing on material gain or focusing on even relationships and having a certain status in relationships or certain connections. And it's something that has been really difficult for you to actually do the work on, right? Because, not because you didn't want to, but because this is a societal construct that's coming through. This is something that's like a core belief that was put into you when you were really young. And it's like really facing that is difficult. It's like saying, oh, I'm built on this foundation, right? And here's this foundation. You see my foundation. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. And then you kick one little rock in that foundation and everything comes tumbling down. But what you have left when it all comes tumbling down is the pathway back to yourself, right? And so this is something that's been very difficult for you at this time. This is something that has been overwhelming as well. And I feel like sometimes you've definitely put yourself in isolation. I feel like sometimes you're like, I'm just going to isolate myself so that I don't have to deal with others, or so that I don't have to deal with this superficial people. So I don't have to deal with this superficial situation or this superficial belief. And Source is saying, like, don't isolate yourself, because you learn valuable information when you interact with these situations. Even though it can be overwhelming, it's also giving you a gateway for you to declare and determine where your energy ends and where another person's begins. Okay, or where situations begins and your energy ends. So it's very valuable for you to have these interactions so that you can really gauge, okay, is this my belief or is this someone else's belief? Is this my energy? Is this someone else's energies? You could very well be an acute empath, and you know, just feeling all of that feels like such a burden, and it feels like such a weight, and starts to say, like, don't let that get you down. Okay, because with the action cards here, this is the actions that we take based on the thoughts that we receive and the beliefs that are coming up, right? So it's like what we're doing based on what's coming into us and what's being fueled. So triggers or anything along those lines. And so here we have, it's like, don't lose yourself because of those places where it's hard to understand yourself, or where you're being very critical of yourself, or where you're denying your own desires. And I feel like that's why it's so important for you to focus on the things that make you happy, which is the energy that we got. There's something that's coming through here that's a passion of yours, and Source is saying, pour into this passion. That has been an underlying message for this entire reading. And as always, if you watched all three of them, leave a purple heart down below. It's the Purple Heart Club. That will always be dedicated to those of you that watch all three readings with me. And I know what that means. So thank you so much if that's you. But this is Source saying, like, it's time for you to stop worrying about other people and what's going on with other people and the situations outside of you because you've put yourself on the back burner for long enough, pile 3. And it's so important for you to start taking care of yourself and pouring into yourself. And when you give back to yourself, when you pour into those desires, then you suddenly feel fulfilled emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. All these things play a part in you going towards your dreams. If you're just doing it for the sake of what everyone else thinks that you should be doing, or because everyone else is like, that's how we act in society, you shouldn't act another way. You know what? There are plenty of people who go against the grain and make it out okay. And you're going to be one of those people, pile 3. You have to believe in yourself. You know, you deserve that. You deserve to believe in yourself. You deserve to see yourself in that way as well, because you're actually far more powerful than you're giving yourself credit for. And I know that can be challenging. There could be someone here that you need to let go of here, but I do feel like sometimes the thing that's the scariest is like, how am I going to support myself? And I keep hearing, where there's a will, there's a way. You're going to figure it out, right? So it's like, if you want to start that business, you're going to figure it out. If you really desire to do it, there will be a path that's made for you. But if you don't believe that, pile 3, if you don't believe the path is going to be made for you, then there will never be a path made for you to achieve that dream. And I feel like for you, pile 3, there's always this underlying belief of there's never enough. Like, it doesn't matter how much I do or what I save or where I go. Like, there's never enough. And that's what Source is saying. Like, that's an illusion that's at play right now that we're trying to help you overcome. But the only way to overcome that is to really begin to shine a light on what is it that's holding you back from chasing your dreams. Do you feel like you're not good enough? Do you feel like there's other people out there who deserve it more? Do you feel like you'll never have the funds or the means to get you to where you want to go? Like, what are the underlying fears that are keeping you stagnant and stuck in this energy of just like skirting by? Because I feel like right now you're just floating in life in a way that's not comfortable. Like, it's like basically face down, and every once in a while you lift your head up out of the water to take a breath so you can just keep floating with your face down. It's not enjoyable. Like, I don't feel like any part of this is enjoyable for you. And that's what Source is saying. And it's like, justice will be served. There will be a balancing out of justice here for you doing the work and understanding yourself. This is the only thing you need to focus on here, pile 3, is understanding yourself, which is sometimes the hardest thing. Right? It's like saying it's very emotional. This is something I feel like you've put a lot of time and effort into studying this passion, but I feel like there's just this fear. It's like, okay, so say you want to write a book. Okay, and this is the example they're showing me. Say you want to write a book. And you've written it. Like, you've gone through, you've written it. You've done the rough draft. You've edited the rough draft. You added things. You took things out. You did everything that you needed to. You just are sitting there holding on to the book. And you're like, I'll never publish this. Like, I'll never be seen by people because it's not that good. Like, you're constantly criticizing yourself. But you're missing the most fundamental part of that. It's done. And finished is far more impressive than perfect. And so we have that energy of perfection coming in. We were talking about that. Like, you are a master at your skill. And Source is always humbling us. And of course that. But I feel like there's a sense of maybe you try to be too humble. Is there such a thing? Right? Too modest here. It's like it's almost a fear of being seen. Like, you're not afraid to do the work. You're not afraid to put in the effort. You're not afraid to go forth. What you're afraid of is being seen. And that's what's coming through here. It's like, I'm afraid that if I'm seen, like, people are gonna, judge me or this. There's like a struggle here, an obstinacy, and this conflict. And I feel like the conflict is internal because the outcome is uncertain. Well, what if I publish this, right? Just the example. What if I publish this and it's a big flop and no one buys it? So you did it. You did something that most people will never do in their life. And that's something that's worth celebrating, pile 3. That's something that's worth saying, hey, I did that. I deserve to celebrate myself for that because I put it out there. I tried. It doesn't mean that it's going to be a success. It doesn't mean it's going to be a failure. But you'll never know if you don't try. And I feel like that's the thing. It's like the more that you shy away from trying, you're always going to wonder. Even if you're like holding yourself back, there's always going to be this underlying wonder, like, well, what if? Like, we have the Father of Cups. This is going to help you come into this place of emotional freedom. Okay, this is stability and clarity and understanding and knowing who you are, right? Knowing who you are. That's the most important thing here. Gaining that wisdom from putting yourself out there. It is a trigger. Of course it's a trigger. You think for anybody that you see on YouTube, for anybody that you see that's famous, for anybody that you see that's in the TVs and the movies, or who are authors, or who are speakers, or who are coaches, or who are do you think that any of those people didn't face the same fears that you're facing? Because we all do. We all feel like we're not good enough. We all feel like we're just going to make a big muck of it. We all feel like there's other people who are better than us. We still face that fear. We still face it despite of it being there. That's what courage is. It's just doing the action even though the fear exists. That's where that wisdom comes from. That's where that knowledge comes from. That's where that emotional freedom comes from. I feel like that's what Source is saying here. It's like taking this action is going to help you out greatly. Like, we got the World card coming out, clarifying the 6 of Wands in the reverse. This is the completion of a cycle for you. This is like you ending a cycle. When you choose to do this, when you choose to be seen, when you choose to take that step, whatever this is referring to, when you choose to do that, you're going to feel a lot better. And this is going to send you up into an ascension process as well. Like Kundalini awakening is coming through for me here. But also just balancing out and seeing yourself as vulnerable, which is scary. I think that's the main thing here for you, Pile 3s. Like, to be vulnerable with people in that way is scary. Because what if? There's always going to be a what if. And people are going to be mean. And people are going to be encouraging. And people are going to be people. People will always be people. There's no amount of extra work that you can put into this to make it absolutely perfect so that everybody and their mom likes it. That's just not going to happen. But can you be okay with that? That is the question. Can you be okay with the fact that some people aren't going to appreciate it? Some people are going to be like really cruel about it. Because that's people. Right? You already know you don't belong in this superficial world, but sometimes I feel like it does fuel you in the way it's like feeling like it's the one thing that matters is how others view you. It wouldn't surprise me if you're coming out of a stage of being a people pleaser, or if you're stuck in a stage of people pleasing. Right? And there are levels. There are levels to that. It's like we're always peeling back the layers of what's holding us back. And so it's like, don't beat yourself up if you're still stuck in some certain repeat cycles. Like, this is not what Source wants you to do. This is not what these readings are all about. It's just to help confirm your intuitive notions, what you're getting. But it's also this energy of showing it's like, it's a process, right? It's a process, but don't be afraid to be seen. You're already different. But you're different with a cause. You're different with a purpose. Right? Can you please clarify the Hermit in reverse, Source? And please clarify. Thank you. Whoa. Picking it up. Look, the Mother of Wands. Yeah. You need to see yourself through loving eyes. There's something here where it's like you're not seeing your value. You're not seeing your worth. You're not seeing how amazing you are. It's like if I just curl up, right? She's protecting these eggs. Look at this. This rattlesnake. She's protecting her eggs in this card. And it's like there's this idea, if I protect all of my vulnerabilities and I never share them with anybody, then I never have to be hurt like I was hurt before in my life. Well, but you're also doing yourself a disservice because this type of energy of protecting yourself in that way keeps everybody at arm's length, and you'll never build a connection that's actually valuable with anybody. And no one will see the true you, which is, they deserve to see the true you because you deserve to see the true you. And you don't see just how amazing you are. You don't see how attractive you are. You don't see just how stunning you are. Like how when you let yourself shine, like people are just like, wow, that's pile 3. Like, holy Toledo. That's pile 3. And I feel like part of that comes from maybe being neglected as a child, maybe being abused as a child in certain ways, or maybe just being, you know, ignored even as a child. Like maybe you took care of your parents as a child. Like there are all kinds of energies that coming in, but as a child you weren't given what you needed. But now there's this healing that's coming in, and that's what I feel like Source is saying with the justice here. The justice in the situation, something that you've tried again and again, and maybe that's what feels hopeless, is that you've tried it again and again and it always feels like it fails. And Source is saying, like, you've knocked on Broadway's door enough times, like, I'm gonna open a door for you, don't worry about it. It's just not the door that you expect it to be. But keep knocking, keep showing up, keep going. The 2 of Wands, yeah, you have opportunities that are available to you. This is also, to me, this energy of balancing out the chakra. And then the Devil, letting go of what's toxic. And this, to me right now, the Devil is like toxicity from within the self. Okay? Yeah, the Father of Swords. Yeah, how you see yourself. It's time for you to wise up and see yourself as the incredible person that you are. And I know that sounds ruthless. It's not. It's not at all what it's meant to be here. We have the Magician. Seeing how much of a manifestor you really are. Seeing how you have all these tools at your disposal. Like, let's see what else comes out. Judgment. Flying above this negative stuff. This is like societal beliefs that have made you feel like you're not worthy, or that have made you feel like you don't deserve to be seen, right? That superficial energy that's coming through here. It's like something that's really impacted you in a powerful way. And yet, now is the time to move beyond that. Look, we have yin energy here with intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. Receiving this love from Source, receiving this guidance from Source, knowing that it's coming in a powerful way, and knowing that, again, Source is going to balance out that scale, but you also have to choose to show up. Like, Source won't do all the work for us. That's just not the way this realm works. As much as I wish that it were, as much as I could tell you, just sit back and receive, you're fine, it'll happen. We do have to put in the effort, right? We do have to put in it for ourselves. That's how we appreciate what we receive. Conjunction, a union, a merging, a coming together. So there's an opening up here where you're coming into a connection, a union with Source energy. I feel like your spiritual gifts are going to start going off the chain here if they haven't already. But I do feel like you're just scared. Like there's something here there's a fear. There's like a fear of being seen maybe for your gifts or your talents or your abilities, whatever it is. There's just this fear of being seen here. We have Archangel Raphael and Tobit. Raphael has spoken. My name means God heals, and I'm sending you my light. You will receive the gift of divine order on every level. Didn't I say that? Justice, divine order. This is healing from Source energy, healing your heart, healing what was once broken, right? And also realizing that you're not actually broken, right? You suffered trauma and you need nurturing. That's what's happened. You've suffered something that was awful and you need nurturing. And so there's nurturing that's coming in. But I don't feel like this is nurturing in the form of a person, although it could be. This feels like nurturing in the form of a passion. Lao Tzu and Sunshine, be careful with your words. I can't make this up. With some, you can harm yourself. So speak with love and positivity. Allow your words and smile to be your adornments. With some, you harm yourself. That's what Source is saying. This is like all about how you feel about yourself. That's the main thing here. It's like scared to show yourself because you're saying, oh, well, this, or oh, well, that, whatever it is. But this healing is coming to help you reconnect with the more divine part of yourself. The Hermit coming out, retreat and recharge, coming into this place of stillness. This is where you find power. This is where you find wisdom. This is where you find the courage. Putting down the outside world. Yeah. On the bottom, we have the Emerald Dragon. Bring in healing and cosmic abundance. Good fortune is coming. Let your thoughts support your divine perfection. Align with your 5D blueprint. So this is about aligning yourself with a much higher thought process than even you have right now. And so it's like you could be very high vibrational already, but there's still something that's underlying, something that's underneath the surface that's preventing you from really manifesting what it is that you desire. And again, it's like that fear. What I'm saying is, why is it a fear? Because that's what's coming through, is it's a fear. That's what's coming out. They're showing, and it's something, it's a fear of being seen. It's a fear of the heart. It's a fear of being brokenhearted, a fear of being vulnerable. Like we have the Don Juan here, light attributes, spotlight your positive seductive qualities. And the shadow, are using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. Yeah, so there could be romantic situations here that really broke your heart. That really broke your heart. And it just is feeling like maybe I don't deserve love, or maybe I don't deserve, you know, the good things in life. You know, maybe I am the problem because it's always happening. And Source is saying, like, that's just an old way of thinking. That's not the truth at all. These situations happen, but they're not who you are. And that's what Source wants you to know. It's like they want you to come back to this place of seeing the divinity of who you are. And knowing that that takes practice, right? It takes practice and time. But if you dedicate that time and practice to yourself, it will happen. We have acknowledge. Learn to bless others and recognize your own efforts and accomplishments as well. This will give you a positive mindset and attract more goodness. Seeing yourself with eyes of love. Wow. This is a very powerful message, pile 3. Source, what else would you like to say? What is the truth about this situation? And again, this is I'm gonna put that this is a triggering pile on the timestamp, because this is triggering. But it's the honest truth about this situation. You wanted honesty, you're ready to hear it. But remember, what's honest isn't always what we like, right? But it's honest. It doesn't make it wrong if it's honest. We have alignment, 111. Your thoughts are manifesting rapidly. Trust in divine guidance and stay focused on your goals. So this is another reason why Source is bringing this to you now, because it's like, if you're thinking negative thoughts, the chances of those manifesting quickly is high right now, because you're in a very high vibration of manifestation. We don't want you to manifest any more negative situations into your life. We want you to come into this place of alignment and manifest your true desires, right? Okay, on the bottom we have mystery, unknown, puzzle, illusion, and confusing. This is something that does leave you confused as well. This is something that's just like, but the mystery of life, like, I know I'm supposed to trust, I know that I'm supposed to do this, but it's still like, oh my gosh, the unknown is still scary, right? I can't see clearly. I can't see where I'm going clearly. And so sometimes when you can't see, it's easy to rely on those one-time negative thoughts that have always seemed to be there in our lives. But Source is trying to bring you back into the light. Trust in the unknown. Have faith that I'm guiding you to where you're meant to be. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. Okay, protect yourself at this time. I feel like somebody needs to hear this, but I feel like there's holes in your aura for right now because of this lack of self-belief that's coming through. Okay, we have the Alpha Dragon. Harness your divine masculine power of creation. Destroy the old. Visualize your dream and help to manifest a new world. Right? Look, it's just like a little feather where he's writing it into existence here. Manifest this new world. Yeah, you're like manifesting a new destiny. And look at this energy. These very much mirror each other to me. Okay, so we've got teacher, ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skills, or wisdom. And the shadow is manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits and destructive skills. So you could be moving into this place of becoming a teacher, right? What was I saying? Sharing your story, sharing that vulnerability. You're going to be able to give that knowledge and experience. There's something that you're meant to bring to the world. Lover, yeah, so some of you had a very broken heart by someone. We have the light is the great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. And the shadow is obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. Yeah, so I feel like you definitely were hurt by someone that loved you, betrayed. like not understanding. It could have been a romantic partner. We definitely have that energy with Don Juan and the Lover coming out together. We have King here with light attributes are enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. And the Shadow is excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. And so you're coming into a very enlightened time. I do feel like this is ascension for you, pile number 3. And you could be like, I already ascended. I know, I get that. But ascensions happen multiple times within our lifetimes. Like, we always go through periods of ascensions, and some are far more vast than others, trust me. So we have abundance. You're being asked to open to abundance, to believe that you're deserving of it, and to believe that it will follow you. This is the first important step toward receiving it. Breathe deeply and trust it's on its way. Like, I can't make this energy up. It's very clear, the message that Source is bringing through. And I know this isn't one of those really great, happy messages, but it's also powerful because it's saying, like, you have the choice to open yourself up to that. Walk away. You're wasting your precious energy on something that will not bear fruit. It's time to turn your attention to things more aligned with your soul's purpose. So walking away from those energies that aren't serving you. Also walking away from treating yourself maybe not in the nicest of way, right? Like, you deserve to love yourself deeply. We have enthusiasm with 343. Approach life with an optimistic attitude, even in the face of challenges. Be excited about the opportunities that lie ahead and embrace them with open arms. Okay. And release 876. Let go of old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve your highest good. Embrace freedom in your life. Walk away and release. These are very similar energies here. We have encounter, meet by chance, love at first sight, crush. Again, this is a confirmation that this could have been a lover, but you are deserving of love, right? I also heard meet cute. So talent, born with, features, personality. Like, you're talented. You're very talented. You deserve to have a chance to be seen. Okay? Look, addiction, drug, alcohol, obsession, toxic attachments. Okay, so addictions don't always have to be something that we're consuming. Sometimes our addictions can be a way of treating ourselves or letting others treat us, and we might not be aware of that, right? And rest, pause, journey, and new beginning. Coming into this state of stillness so that you can really open up to exactly what it is that you want from your life, from your journey. Okay, so I'm going to read your animal oracle from the book. Let's see what we've got. Oh, we've got the black egg. Ooh, okay. So this is spirit energy coming in here. The black egg. Here we go. Wow. So it says, speaking from an authentic voice, the truth. The black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. And I love that this reading is the honest truth about the situation. So I already love that. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies, not even white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawing to the activities like writing, reading, teaching, wow, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sounds draw us in. Books draw us in. The concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself? What is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet assessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear, gossip, or repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment in every situation. It's the epicenter of truth, the birthplace of our voice. And it's connected to the 5th chakra. The subtle essence of this card resides at the base of the throat at the Vishuddha chakra. Ancient sages saw this center as the hub that governs our speech and expression. Vishuddha translates as especially pure. The balance of this center is important for all of us, but is especially essential for writers, editors, musicians, and teachers. Yeah, so there's something here that you need to share, something that you wish to share, but you're still not seeing your value and what you have to bring, knowing that your story and your life experiences are what a part of you, and because you're valuable, that makes them valuable. Okay, we see this, right? It's like finding that truth through all the noise. Okay, this is a very powerful message, and I'm so sorry that this is what you're experiencing right now, but I know that you're so powerful, Pile 3, and I know that you can absolutely overcome this. Remember how incredible you are at all times, okay? If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little egg emoji down below and say, I remember my divinity. I remember how amazing I am. I lean into this and I let myself be seen by the world around me. And if it resonated with you, it means so much to me for you to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on membership. So if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here and get on out of here. But I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides, all for coming together to give us this amazing message. And until next time, pile number 3, stay human. Bye.